Hey guys, welcome to New by Design. I'm just going to be continuing the walkthrough series here with part 7, which is going to cover the Sword of Crota. I'm calling it the Sword of Crota, whether that's how it's pronounced or not, I guess that's to be determined. But yeah, we're just going to continue here with the moon missions, and this is a level 7 mission. And it's basically kind of the same as the other ones. We're going to run through various parts of the moon here. I'm just going to hop on a speeder because this is going to take a little bit of time if I don't. And we're going to head to the start of the mission. This mission is like the last mission, just a little bit longer, and I expect they're all kind of going to be coming on towards the 10 to 15 minute mark, but depending on your skill, obviously, and the weapons and armor upgrades that you guys have. So it wasn't really necessary, I guess, for me to kill these guys here, but I decided to anyways. And yeah, it's obviously I'm level 7 for this one, so it's kind of a little bit. I mean, it's what they recommend. It's just my equipment and stuff isn't necessarily the best. I probably could have spent a little bit more time farming for encrypted stuff and getting it decrypted and having probably better armor as a result, which would have made this a little bit easier. And I would definitely encourage you guys to do that if you have the time to do that. But yeah, we're just going to continue on here and start plugging away at people, and in the meantime, try to stock up on a lot of weapon or ammo, anyways. Sorry about that. So we're just going to keep on going on through here, and we're going to clear out a bunch of enemies. These ones are necessary to clear out. It's basically telling you that you have to go this way first, which means that, yes, you do have to clear them all out. So we're going to keep on going here, just ranked up, so in a couple seconds we'll pick up a new skill, hopefully, or at least an upgraded skill. And I'll do that now while I have time to do that. And we'll see what we're able to load up here with this striker. And it looks like we'll be able to finally jump a little bit higher, which will be helpful for some of the fights. And we unselected it just in time as this boss comes out here at us. So we're going to watch out for that eye. Holy jeez, that just came out of nowhere. And pick off this boss as we can here. Of course, he's going to spawn a bunch of his buddies because that's kind of what they do. Really seems like one-sided here. Hey, we're tasked with killing all these guys, and we don't have any friends, but they pull on all their buddies, and we're kind of raiding their home in there. Anyways, we're just gonna keep on going through here, picking off these guys as we go, and of course this guy kind of ninjas behind us and starts to attack us from behind there. So we're going to keep going here, clean out this area. Once we clear out this area, then we head to what actually the mission is. I mean, I guess this is part of the mission, but it'll be an actual goal of the mission anyways, which is to locate a couple people here. So we've managed to get a hold of him and managed to pass the Relic Harvest Moon mission as we did that, which is just one of the Vanguard missions that I had picked up earlier. It was one of the ones that was mailed to me there. Once you finish the quest, you keep on getting mailed new quests and stuff like that from the Vanguard so that you can slowly rank up. And another thing about that is I did buy the Guardian edition of this game, and for whatever reason, I bought the online version of it, like the digital download version that you get through the PlayStation Store, and I mean, I'll tell you guys about that now. If you do not go under the game itself, like you highlight the game instead of playing it, if you keep your highlighter for a couple seconds, it stays active and eventually opens up the window below. So you scroll down in that window and go down to add-ons, and you'll find out that you actually didn't automatically download the add-ons. So what I would recommend you guys do is go down and do that and download the Digital Guardian expansion add-ons, which is you have to download your ships and your I think there's one of the emblems that you can download as well, and your skin for your ghosts. So you gotta go ahead and do that manually, and like I said, I'm not sure why it was set like that, and I had actually thought I had it this entire time, but I didn't. I actually just downloaded it today, and I now have access to it. I have the cool ship and all that kind of stuff as well. So definitely I would recommend that you guys do that, just because for whatever reason it wasn't actually done. What I would also recommend is, instead of getting your exercise and walking this entire route, which was completely unnecessary for me to do, I would say that it's probably a good idea for you guys to hop on your speeder right away, because as you can see, it's quite far that you actually have to go here to meet up with this first boss that we're going to kill. It's not really a boss. I guess it's kind of like a mini boss kind of thing here, but there is absolutely nothing at all difficult about it, and yeah, that's why I say it's not really a boss. So We're almost there, and it's just kind of a little cavern in area here, which is set up perfectly for a sniper rifle because you could literally just stand up here and start picking people off if you wanted to. That being said, I don't really use the sniper rifle much, which is ironic because I actually do use the sniper rifle in multiplayer. But yeah, I don't really generally use it in single player version or story mode version, I guess, because it's not really single player in this game. You can help out your buddies and all that kind of stuff as well and play together, which is actually my favorite part about this game so far. So yeah, we just gotta find out where this guy went, and it looks like he's got a bunch of buddies coming out of this cave here. So we're gonna get rid of these acolytes in very quick work because I did, like I was saying in the last video, finally upgrade my gun to be a bit of a decent gun. So we're gonna get rid of those guys quickly, and once we do that, which is a lot easier when you throw a grenade, that's gonna be your prince that you're targeting there. So you got to get rid of him, and he's going to be the boss that you're hunting down here. So once we finish all these ads, we'll go back after him there. As I noticed in the video here, it's probably. I mean, I guess you can kind of do it either way. Like I said, this mission would probably be a lot easier if you used a sniper rifle. And like I said, I probably should have used a sniper rifle for it, but it is what it is. And I'm going to keep using this gun here until we beat him. So as you can see, it's not super difficult. Right now the ghost is just having a conversation with me about where we should go next. So we're going to go ahead and hop on a speeder right away this time. Sorry, not a speeder. We're going to hop on a sparrow. I don't know why I keep on saying speeder when I know it's sparrow. I guess I got Star Wars on my mind here. So yeah, you're just going to go to the other boss or secondary boss here, and I just rolled over, but that's okay because we actually kind of made it here pretty much the whole way anyways. And you just have to clear out this area. Not as well set up for a sniper here, I guess, unless you're a quick scoper, but that's a little bit difficult to do in this game, so I don't know if anybody's actually had much success with that yet. So yeah, we're going to keep on killing through these guys here and try to find this last boss, and then we'll start. I guess not start. It's not starting the mission because we've already started the mission and this is all part of the mission, but we're going to continue on through the goals of the mission, I guess is a better way to say that. So yeah, we're just going to finish off here and then work our way inside. So as you can see, we were actually starting this one with a decent amount of ammo, and if you guys are finding that you're having a little bit of difficulty with ammo, I haven't actually needed to yet. I probably should have a couple times actually, but you can buy additional ammo packs as well from the armor smith inside the city itself, inside the tower. And I would recommend it would be good to have one of those on hand, anyways, especially for your heavy ammo. Sorry, because heavy ammo is obviously it's a lot less often that you find heavy ammo unless you manage to get yourself a legendary weapon that makes it spawn up more often. So I would definitely say if you have the money and you don't mind spending it on getting additional ammo, I would do that, and then when you find yourself running out of ammo, instead of having to get yourself into a boxing match, I would probably suggest that you use the ammo instead. So we're going to keep on going through here. You seen a public event popped up there, but I didn't end up going to it because I decided I wanted to keep on with this video rather than having to restart and go through it again. So you can see we just hit the spawning restricted area, which again means, if this is the first time you're watching my video and you're not sure what it means is that if you die from this point on inward, what'll happen is you get restarted to the point where it says spawning is restricted, which means basically you just have to start everything over again. Not the entire mission, but up to the point where it says spawning restricted. So you can see we're just going to keep on going through here, and there's a lot of nights lately on the moon here. I noticed, I mean, obviously, I guess they're, it's made to make it a little bit harder, but as you get up to the moon here, you're going to find a lot of nights, which there wasn't a whole lot of on Earth, not for any of the missions, and specifically anyways. There's a couple on the strike mission itself, but not too many on the actual, on Earth itself, or in old Russia there. So we're going to keep on picking through these guys here, and I'm not really utilizing cover probably as well as I could here because I kind of have my back and side exposed to these acolytes over here. It's just I'm not really too worried about them because they don't really seem to damage too much, and they also take cover quite often. So yeah, we've got that. We managed to pick up some heavy ammo and a magazine with 220 rounds. And also with this gun here, because it has a bigger bigger clip. It holds 52 bullets instead of just 19 or 17 or 26, which seems to be pretty common for all of them. It gives you more ammo as well. So this part is the end or boss portion of the fight. This is super fun. I had a lot of fun doing this actually. It was quite entertaining. You basically, rather than using your gun, and you know what? I don't even know if you still can use your gun. Maybe you can switch to your gun, but I just had a blast with this big butt kicker sword here that just destroys everything. And basically, it feels to me like it's kind of like one of the swords that the knights have, in that they just keep on slashing at you. They do jump slashes, and you finally get a chance to have a little piece of that action. And it's fun. It's quite long. Like, I think they probably should have made slightly less mobs. Um, just because it does take quite long. Like, once you get the sword itself, it keeps on spawning groups. There's three groups that spawn, and it seems to take a lot, probably longer than really is necessary for it. Like, it was still pretty fun the whole time, but towards the end I was kind of like, I'm pretty much done with this now. So it is a super fun part. I was really happy to be able to have a chance to use a altogether different type of weapon, in that you can use the sword. And that's going to be the sword glowing right there. You see the bright yellow glowing object, which is shaped like a sword because it is a sword, glowing in the center there, and you get to pick it out, kind of like the sword in the stone style, where you yank it out of the ground there and start doing wicked damage with it. So we're just gonna try to clear out this guy here. I'm gonna have to use a different tactic for this wizard because, man, I hate these wizards. They're so annoying unless you use your heavy ammo. And at the time that I was beating this wizard, I didn't really realize that you would pick up a sword. So I was trying to conserve my heavy ammo to make this fight easier, because I expected it to be a decent little boss fight here. So I will just keep on going through here, and like I said, next time, maybe if I were to do it again, I would probably be dumping my heavy ammo, just because there is so many mobs. So you can see we've probably already cleared out somewhere around 20 of these spawns here, and now we're ready to pick up the relic sword. And like I said, this is pretty fun. I kept on expecting the whole time, until I hit my trigger there, that it was going to be disappear, and I was going to be able to switch it back with my guns themselves. But this is fun. This is pretty awesome. You can see you just destroy with this sword. It's so cool. It was really cool. Also, you can use your super with this sword, and the super is really awesome. But don't use it when you get it. And I'll say that because there's a couple mobs that come up here, and they are just beasts. They are pretty awesomely skilled, and you definitely want to save your super for them. So you can see we've got a couple mobs here left on swarm number 1 before we start attacking the princes. And I think there's actually two. I think swarm number 2 and swarm number 3 both end in one of the really strong princes that you have to kill. So we're going to keep on going through here, playing around with the sword, having a great time. And what I'll say too is, if you find yourself getting low on health, jump up to the top level, because it takes them quite a long time to get there if you've actually cleared it out. And it's a good place to recharge your health. So you just kind of run up here like I'm doing right now. I'm kind of recharging my health at the same time as I'm killing all the mobs here, and we're just going through, just wreaking havoc with these hive type boss or mobs here, sorry, acolytes and occasional thrall and stuff happening. So the only thing is you don't run really fast with it, and you don't jump super far. So that kind of gets a little bit annoying. And again, like, that kind of part of it for me getting a little, like I say, I wouldn't say bored. Here's one of the princes. So I guess actually all of them ended a prince, and that's my super that I just used on him there. Thought I killed him because he kind of disappeared from my window there, but it turned out I didn't, and he just, for whatever reason, wasn't showing up. So I would not recommend doing what I just did there, and that's just continually swiping your sword at him. Use one of the pillars to kind of run around so that he doesn't get a chance to do the damage to you. He does get stunned for a second when you do your first one, when you do your first swipe down, so you could probably do it for that. But then you want to avoid it for the other way. So here's second prince comes right away. I happen to charge a super fast for whatever reason that time. So I kind of go about doing it. And this time a little bit smarter because I'm actually using some form of defense here because there is just a ton of hive swarming around me here. I guess that's why they call them the hive, because they're swarming. And I don't want to die. So I just keep on going around here. Like I said, use one of the pillars or something like that to kind of go around and avoid the damage that he's doing, because he does do quite a bit of damage pretty fast, as well as these other acolytes and stuff that are kind of hiding around the area. This swarm, for whatever reason, is smaller, and I guess that's because they anticipate that you may be having health problems by this point. But yeah, so you can see that swarm was a lot smaller than the previous, and the Prince was way easier to kill. So now we're having another. I would call this a swarm myself, but they're not calling it a swarm. So I guess it might be they might just not have expected you to kill the prince as fast as we did here. So we're just gonna keep on chopping our way through here. And at this point, I kind of figured that I might have had enough. So I guess this spawn actually too has two princes, or maybe I just got a bonus one because they wanted to make this more fun for me. So we're just going to keep on going through. This time I'm going to try to do a better job of cleaning all the acolytes before I go after that prince, just because they were kind of destroying me. They were kind of having their way with me there for a bit. So we're going to try to clear it out before I get myself into a bad situation here. And we managed to get a super again, so now I'm going to try to hunt down the prince and do some super damage to him. So that one, for whatever reason, didn't do a whole lot of damage, and I suspect that it's probably something to do with the fact that I did it on the stairs. So the actual explosion portion of it itself didn't really have a whole lot of like surrounding damage on him. So I guess killing that last prince there will be the end of Swarm 3 and the only part of Swarm 3. If you guys found this video useful or enjoyed it at all, please click the like button. It helps me a lot when you do, and thanks for watching.